did I get in the industry? The short version for this short thing. I will say I kind of stumbled into being a music supervisor, which I feel awful saying every time, given how many people want to do it. But I moved out to LA with sort of an idea that I knew I wanted. I knew I loved storytelling, I loved music, I loved writing, and I was really good at spreadsheets and bossing people around. So I just wanted to get any job that would have me, and the first job that actually would have me was assisting a music attorney at a film studio. And I kind of thought to myself, well, I don't know anything about how movies are made. I studied theater, but if there's music in movies, there must be a legal process, and why don't I learn that and sort of just see where that takes me? And honestly, that part was the first thing that really excited me. I learned that there are multiple parts to a song, how you negotiate, spreadsheets, paperwork, and I just really dove into the process and wanted to learn everything about it. And then after about a year, I got the opportunity to work for the creative film executive at that film studio, which was Lionsgate, and at the time that was Tracy McKnight. And I loved learning the legal stuff. I wasn't sure if it was what I wanted to do, but then I got that opportunity to work for Tracy, and that was when I really saw what a music supervisor did and how it was this amazing marrying of story and budgets and details and music, and kind of just decided that's what I wanted to do and never really looked back. And that's really started the whole journey of being a music supervisor for me. What is different about the industry since I first started? Definitely the amount of people that want to be music supervisors. And it is sometimes hard for me to get a real sense of it, since when I came in, I wasn't trying to be a music supervisor. I kind of fell into it. And I think a lot of people have a similar story who are my age or older. But it's really very much felt like there are such an influx of people who want the job and who are calling me and wanting to pick my brain and want to get to know me and learn how I got in and all of that stuff. And that has really, in the last, I would say 5 years, really, really exploded with the popularity of the job. I feel like I'm kind of going to be a basic bitch and say this, but the artist that has been on repeat is Chappell Roan. I think she's amazing. That album is a banger. So that's in my car when my kids aren't in it, because I have to sort of be aware of what's happening. When it's not Sheriff Labrador, it's Chappell Roan. Oh no, is it synced with an H or without an H? You know, I'm gonna go, I really don't feel as strongly about this matter as many people do, but I think I default to no H. I don't know, whenever someone asks me about a TV show that had really incredible music, it's hard to not go back to like what really influenced me musically, and I've always grown up really influenced predominantly by soundtracks, and so for film, the film that that always comes to mind whenever anybody asks me about like what I'm loving, what influenced me, anything about music in film or TV, is Now and Then, which was from the 90s, but it was like so seminal to me, and I still think about it. And then TV-wise, I still think about two shows, one of which I will shout out, which is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I really loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I can remember how influential that music was to my music taste, to like how I listened to music, all of that. And then the kind of more contemporary one, I will shout out one that I worked on that I was really, really proud of, and I still think about it because I think it defines a lot of what I love about music and television and film, frankly, is Pam and Tommy, that limited series. I absolutely adored working on it. It was like such a cool musical palette because there were no rules. We used music from every era, and all the shows like that do that and kind of really surprise me with music are the ones that I really love and really remember. And it was such a joy to get to work on a show like that where we got to sort of play in that sandbox. And I still really think about it to this day. I'd love to do it again. They said it in my speech in there, so I'm going to say it here for whatever the thing is that the Guild of Music Supervisors is a mostly volunteer-run organization, which means that a lot of us are donating our time to this who are working on shows, who have our own businesses, who work for other people, who have kids, who have other responsibilities. We are choosing to donate our time for our community to ensure that the impact of music in film and television and media just is not forgotten, is not an afterthought, and it takes an army of volunteers who are really willing to get their hands dirty and make things happen to make this happen. So we are always looking for volunteers who are willing to really put in the work, and if you're enjoying this, that's what it takes, and we need more people who are willing to do that, who are willing to look back and reach backwards, and supervisors who are willing to put in that time to make their community better. So that is my soapbox about the Guild.